Wonderful.
Hey, Coach, it's NBA opening night, one of the best dates on the calendar. I know you're as excited as I am.
I sure am. Finally, Kevin, we get some games that count. We've been waiting months for tonight, and I love how at this point, everybody has playoff aspirations.
A lot of optimism, isn't there, Coach?
There sure is. This is the best day of the year.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. We've got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Durant is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the center. And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Curry.
Capable of guarding any position. LeBron is also skilled at just contesting shots.
Davis finds Doncic. Now Jokic launches it. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Embiid, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Durant. Pass to Embiid. And they double up Embiid. It's Curry outside. That's good, and that's Embiid with the assist.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
He stands since 2009. The Pistons have just 2 playoff appearances.
Yeah, that's true, Kevin, and they got swept in both of those playoff appearances. They haven't won a playoff game since 2008. And with all the lottery picks they've made recently, their fans are itching to see some progress.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, following the basket by LeBron James. Embiid against Jokic. Pass to Curry. Three-pointer. Again, Curry missing. And for Detroit, they come in off a good outing against Portland. LeBron outside. Doncic outside. And he uses the glass on the lane.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Quinn Snyder. I talked with Coach about how he plans to stop Giannis Antetokounmpo tonight. Coach laughed and then asked me, "Do you have any ideas?" Giannis is an impossible matchup. We just hope to slow him down a little. As always, it's very difficult to game plan for the Greek Freak, a multiple-time MVP. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. And Coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Anthony Davis third, fourth, Jokic.
But these guys are always around the hoop, always with a nose for the ball. A dominant season inside for both.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Here's Curry with the 3, and a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Curry's got 9.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially late on drives to the rim. And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Wembanyama against Giannis. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Curry. Out to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Here's LeBron. Detroit with the rebound. Durant deciding where to go with it. Pass to Embiid. A 3-ball. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Wembanyama down low. Curry meets him. Davis finds Doncic. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
And checking out the stats for Jokic. Coming off a terrific season, putting up about 26 points per, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
Well, this staff loves coaching him, and his teammates love playing with him. He's just an unselfish guy who makes everyone around him better.
Outside Curry. From outside the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Curry's got 12.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And that one's good. Doncic.
And we're so used to Doncic operating with the ball in his hands, but it's good to see him mix it up and work off the catch.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And here is Doncic. Wembanyama, a screen on Curry. Tie game in Atlanta. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard and they are physical.
On the floor for Detroit, Antetokounmpo is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Curry. And it's Durant. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point. Detroit's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
The Hawks shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Shooting 2.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Both free throws good from James. We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him. Right. Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Dan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
And how about the anticipation from the big fella? Embiid is one of the league's premier shot blockers.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Good defense by Wembanyama. So for the Pistons, their last game, a win against the Trailblazers in Portland. The putback, it's good on the putback.
And we'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Here's Curry following the basket by Jokic. Embiid sets the pick for Gilgeous-Alexander. Into the lane. Embiid, no good.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once-proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
LeBron with it. His last outing, we saw him 4 in 22. Doncic passes to Wembanyama. Love the confidence from Wembanyama.
Well, you know, for such a big guy, Wembanyama has excellent body.
Pass to Embiid. Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone. On its way from Curry for 2. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid. Curry's got 17 now. Here's LeBron. Doncic outside. James a screen on Curry. Here's Doncic. Rebound by the Pistons.
Well, he hasn't had a great night shooting the ball, but they're in the lead, and that's the only thing that matters.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. They host the 76ers after this game. Pass to Jokic. Now here is Davis. The rebound by KD. And you look at the Detroit Pistons, Stan, so much young talent, but the chemistry is a work in progress, clearly.
Well, it is, Kevin, and they're working on it. But it's hard with so many new faces, and they still need a second and third guy that they can build around. They've got a lot of good role players, but they need a couple more stars.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to talk to his guys. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. The fourth spot held by the Hawks.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
The Hawks have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Doncic passes to LeBron. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. That 3 off the mark.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
The Pistons leading. 1:05 left now here in the second. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Curry. Releases. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists tonight. Doncic against Curry. James a screen on Curry. Doncic dishes to James, and they double up James. Davis the pass to LeBron. Atlanta again missing. Pistons leading by 4. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Offline with his 3. Atlanta's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Curry against Doncic. Here's Wembanyama for 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Wembanyama's got 5 points in the quarter. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer. And that'll do it for the first half of the game so far. It's Detroit leading by just 1. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
We all saw that one coming. Well, maybe not you.
Talking Pistons now. Close game so far for them.
You'll see teams attempt to space the floor, but these guys really do it. They've got great shooters who take great shots.
And a few times, even when they didn't have a good...
And that is it for halftime.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Curry has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. James is out there with Doncic. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Wembanyama in at the center, locking down the middle. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Embiid. The three, good for Embiid.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in. I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Giannis has got 3 assists now in this one.
And Embiid being assertive offensively, wasting no time in getting that one.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Looking now at some numbers for Luka Doncic. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged about 34 points a game last season. 10 assists and 9 rebounds. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
And Luka mixing it up inside there. Steph still a threat. That nimbleness he has helps him to get that shot.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. Well, Stan, as a former coach, I imagine it has to be hard for you to watch basketball as a fan.
Well, it is. It's very hard, almost impossible. I'm almost always watching from a coach's standpoint, an X and O standpoint. But I will say, even when I was standing on the sidelines, NBA players are so good that you have fan moments even while you're coaching.
It seems like every game we see something we've never seen before, right?
I can remember turning around to my assistants and saying, can you believe that?
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Curry. Steph, perfection from the arc.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
James, the pass to Doncic. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And it's 13 points for Luka Doncic.
And there's no shortage of fight in Doncic. He's a counter-puncher. Hit him with a 3, and he is coming right back at you.
Here's Curry, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And let's take a look at Giannis Antetokounmpo's numbers. Great showing for him last season. And he was such a reliable option offensively, finishing in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
And seeing what he did last year, just blowing up the defensive schemes designed to keep him under control, man. As you said, second best scorer in the league. It was a beautiful thing to watch. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Pass to Doncic. And they double up Doncic. A 3 from Davis. And it's Curry with the rebound. And here's Curry who brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. 4-point game. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that's the first game in a string of freeze-free at home. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Curry. Clock at 6. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And a kick bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket tonight. And has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Yes, that's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got his third assist on the night. Outside Curry from deep. It's hauled in by LeBron. James has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Davis. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And they're unable to get the time basket there. Giannis inside. Guarded by Doncic. Giannis passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Giannis dishes to Durant. The tray. Kevin Durant. Bullseye. Money on the 3.
Oh, KD could sit out there all day and nail threes if the defense lets him.
LeBron against Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebound, Detroit. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Curry. From downtown. It's held in by Jokic. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in this game.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Back to Doncic. Doncic powers it home.
With the skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
Now Curry. Lets the 3 fly.
That is such a tough shot. What a way to punctuate the 3rd quarter. They've got the lead, and they've got momentum.
While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And on the floor for Detroit here in the 4th. We've got Durant. Embiid is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Curry in at the 2. Jokic passes to James. Doncic outside. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Doncic has got 14 points now in the 2nd half.
Yeah, after a slow start to the game, he's been productive and efficient here in the 2nd half.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Embiid. He had a nice open look right there. Embiid's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Pistons. Curry against Doncic. James outside. Back to Doncic. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
Now here's Curry, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. On Tuesday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Washington Wizards.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. And that's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is a chance to create
timeout.
separation.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team. And he begs them, don't give up. He told his guys 1 possession at a time. Let's go out there and do what we talked about. That's how we get back into this one. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks.
And Gilgeous-Alexander understands how to draw contact, especially when he's looking to score.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Detroit.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And their passing has been great as well. Ball movement is key in getting good looks, and they've had that down tonight.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Pistons leading by 4. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Embiid wide open. And a miss there on the triple. Atlanta's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Wembanyama passes to Doncic. And Durant sends it back.
And how about the reach of Durant? A terrific job of having that on display defensively.
On defense, Detroit, they lead by 4. Doncic against Curry. Unloads. Doncic going to work.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Embiid. Off target from three-point range. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Jokic kicks to James. Back to Jokic. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Giannis passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's to Curry. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a hot shot.
Wembanyama, nice screen on Curry. Inside.
A big moment for the big man. Wembanyama stepping up in a huge way.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Davis. Lets it go from deep. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander good for 3. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points for the quarter.
And where some feel stressed, Gilgeous-Alexander feels strength. Love the confidence from the young fella.
Here's Doncic. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Davis with a screen on Curry. Loads it up for Davis, and finished off by Davis.
Stepping up, Davis is a fantastic option late. You know with that height and skill set, he's going to get a good look.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Davis. Giannis sets a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And a big-time playmaker. When the game is up for grabs, give the rock to Giannis.
Doncic's outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And now we've got the intentional foul.
His first, team second.
Atlanta on D, trailing by 5. And they go to the intentional foul.
Shooting for Detroit, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Here's Doncic. A shot off that time. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Third personal. Team sport. Shooting for Detroit. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Taking 2 shots.
Drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And so it's Atlanta with it.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, and he commits the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone
At the
different.
line for the Pistons. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Atlanta calls timeout. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
Here's Jokic. And here's Davis for 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. So it's Detroit with the W. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Giannis, you have said in the past you have even more untapped potential. So how did you put your fingerprints on this game?
I'm just here to do whatever it takes to help my team win. Did a great job executing, moving the ball. And this is what we do. This is what we do. We play together, and whatever we do, hopefully we can get a win at the end of the day. Well, it certainly turned into a win tonight, man. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Stephen Curry.